You are listening to the War Rapport.
Looking forward to spring, but Auburn did fairly well in the portal in the off season. Picked up some guys, and according to whatever service you're looking at, Auburn was top 2, top 3 in terms of schools and portal pickups. So with that, I want to ask you, gentlemen, let's pick an offensive guy and a defensive guy. Let's do this.
One of each?
One of each.
Okay.
Which pickup were you the most excited about going into spring? And this could be for various reasons. You think this guy is going to win a starting job, be a difference maker. But when they announced this particular guy, or if you went back and looked at the overall list of who we picked up in the portal, you was like, yeah, I like this one. Mm-hmm. Let's do offense first. Offensive guy, who are you most excited about? I'm going to go with B.
I do.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
Stupid jerk. I'm going. I'll sit in my head. I'll wave my hands. So he's going to go to Ike and Brian. After our interview, Ike and I's interview with Cole Kublik, I'm actually excited about the kid from South Florida, Batee.
Okay.
Okay.
Right? Like they said, I mean, dynamic with the ball in his hands. Maybe a special team specialist that can come in and make a difference on special teams. So I don't know. Did he return punts, Ike, at South Florida?
Yeah.
He did?
And kickoffs.
So, like, I'm excited about that, too. So having a sure-handed guy at punt return that can properly judge whether it's a fair catch, let the ball go out the back, or I'm about to make a play. I'm about to make a big play in the special teams. I think it could be game-changing for Hugh Freeze in year one. Because think about it. As many close games as Auburn played last year, even when they were so dysfunctional, the loss to LSU, right? The loss to Mississippi State, right? The win against Texas A&M. A big special teams play could be the difference between plus or minus 2 wins. It's the SEC West, baby. So it's going to be tough.
I like that pick.
It's going to be tough. So I like the kid, well, he's not young, but I like the transfer from South Florida for this.
We're all old, Mike. They're all young now to us.
Yeah. Yeah. My nephew's in college. He's his age. So yes, you're right. We're all old.
Yes, we are. I like that just because of what he does in special teams, what he brings to that.
Sure.
Is that means our days of seeing Ike's guy, Keontae Scott, return punts, are those days numbered?
I think so.
Listen, as long as we have a playmaker back there, man,
I don't think Keontae's
make plays in another way.
Yeah, I don't think Keontae's going to care because he's not a threat to take his job on defense.
Plays in the secondary.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. So,
B, who you got?
Offense is fair weather. We haven't had consistent production at tight end. Shanker was more of a pass catcher than a blocker, but he also dropped a lot of passes as a pass catcher. For somebody who our passing game wasn't great and it wasn't consistent, but it really didn't matter who the quarterback was. Shanker, he put the ball on the ground a little bit. And Fairweather is a very athletic big guy with good hands. And what that can do for an offense, I want you to think about Georgia's offense, right? We sitting here talking about, well, yeah, when Stetson Bennett was really going, he was kind of slinging it. Do you forget that he can scramble? You know why? The offense is wide open because they've got to cover every athlete on the field. McConkey had some of that speed and some of that he can get behind guys. And listen, not McConkey. Was the other guy the tight end for Georgia?
Washington.
That was the one from the year before, because Washington just started playing this year. He played last year too. Bowers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Listen, man.
Brock Bowers.
When you have guys at that position who can catch passes consistently, it changes the whole offense. There's a reason why Gronkowski left Tampa Bay and then they didn't win another playoff game, because he's a difference maker. He not only was he a consistent blocker, but he can get open, and even if he's not open, he know how to use his body to shield defenders and to make very tough catches. Man, it's like the best security blanket when you've got a guy that big that can make catches. What that guy can do for us. Now, Hugh Freeze doesn't necessarily use tight ends like traditional tight ends. They kind of like just hybrid wide receivers. All you got to do is put a guy out there that is very hard to defend and that big and can catch the ball, and it should make a world of difference. So that's the one I'm looking forward to the most on offense.
All right.
Listen, I am an Avery Jones guy. I think he can come in and start at center. Listen, I saw the difference. I saw the difference in this offensive line when Council moved to center.
Yeah.
Having a guy with experience that can anchor the offensive line is super valuable. Somebody who understands what blocking assignments are supposed to be and has a little bit of dog in them at center is important, man. And I think Avery Jones can be a guy that can come in and make an impact on the way that we function as a unit in the offensive line. So I'm going to go with Avery Jones as the guy who I'm most excited about, because I think that he can come in and be our center day one. And if for some reason Connor Lew is as exceptional as people think, he can kick out to be a guard, and we're going to have a ridiculous front five.
O-line is a good thing, right? Because we need them to be good for everybody else to be good, right?
For sure.
So I agree, except for my pick, because special teams. But again, for everybody else's pick, if you're not picking O-line, you need. I think that's a great pick.